stance of the samurai. Smile wide, got the panorama camera vibe. If you analyze, she's a one-woman gala, glamorized, just without the glamour or the gala ties. Man, I'm more alive with the jazz guys, eating piano pies at the Vanguard. She's an artist and staff. A couple dollars in the band job as a half a turkey Sam, organic and it's hand carved and ours. If you ask for a piece, freshly laughed for singing jazz in the streets, and the staff asked for police. Crashed at a friend's flat for a week. Felt his home as a raft on the beach. Lit a fag, took a drag, took a tea. Read a book, took a bath, went to sleep. Samurai, to the samurai, You are the sweetest thing, yeah. I left all the joy you bring, yeah. But I'm coming back, knocking down the door. I'm coming back. Are you ready?
What a night we expect it to be. We are live at the CompuBox Academy. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a pleasure to work with.
Sugar Ray. And he'll be facing Sebastian Fendora, fighting out of Coachella, California, ranked as the best active light middleweight by the Ring magazine.
Just take note. Look at the reach. Look how much they're giving away in this fight.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from New York, here is one of boxing's all-time.
What a pleasure it is to be here in this environment. What a venue. We are expecting an all-action slugfest. Just misses with that jab. Wasn't ready for that counter punch. Didn't land that jab. Great shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. Beautiful counter shot. So much hype surrounding this big matchup as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
You have some fighters that are big show, big arena fighters, and they bask in this, they love this, they are born for this. You have other fighters where this would be like the rabbit in the headlights.
How about that time counter shot? They both want the knockout. Shot lands. Didn't land that jab. A counter fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
counterpuncher is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. And he scores with the counter. Nice slip to avoid the jab. And that jab just missed with the left hand. Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. That hook didn't score. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. They've got the momentum, they've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round? Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter puncher smart.
Those counter punches have to hurt. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. A straight right just misses. Nice counter. Neither one of them wants this to go to the judges' scorecards. He's got to figure out a way to neutralize that length.
You've got to use what you've got. I've got a long reach. I use it all the time. Use the speed. Frustrate and make him walk into a chop.
Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nice counter shot. When are we going to see a jab from these two? So he's going to taunt here. I don't know if that's the wisest strategy. Swing and a miss for that jab. Well, we knew this was going to happen. Some taunting. That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. A perfect counter shot. They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. Well, it's no secret. Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Just missed with that jab. Well, with welterweights, they sometimes bring you the best of both worlds. Fast hands and power.
So you're getting in there with somebody that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get in close.
Both men step back for just a moment. The stamina is off the charts. Well, I guess he's decided he's going to taunt his opponent now. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
There's a counter shot. And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. Swing and a miss with that jab. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? Stamina is off the charts. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Don't worry about these two fighters gassing out as this fight goes on.
There's a lot on the line here.
Come on, we're switching up.
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? They let it all hang out in the last round. What do they got left?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. We both know who the big... And down goes the towering Inferno. And you can see here his face basically melts into his glove. And down he goes.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Listen to me. Are you okay?
Well, they're back up on their feet, but I'm not sure why.
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You've got away with it. You can do it again.
His stamina is off the charts. Did well to block that right hook. Halfway through the round, and they've got some work to do to get back into it.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into the habit of losing. Don't get into the habit of being second place. You've got to change the habit. You've got to change something, because otherwise, why should it change?
How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through it?
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You could hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Perfect counter lands. The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? Nobody home with that hook. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. Counter punch. Final 10 seconds here, and the corner better get warmed up. They've got some work to do. And he dropped him. The perfect sniper shot. Let's watch it again one more time.
A shot from the goal.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Give me your ball.
Well, if this trainer has a pep talk now. Back into the fray here in round 5. They barely survived the last round after 2 knockdowns. Let's see what happens here.
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? Knock down twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed. They're confident. They know they just have to quick burst, boom. In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed. And that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
Just got rocked. We need to see that again. Some amazing boxing right there.
I need to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Are you okay?
Showing a lot of heart to beat the count there.
Well, now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
Need to pick things up here in the second half of the round.
Is that ever hope? Remember the fight at Evander Holyfield? He could be behind them.
Hold on, gotta cut you off here, Johnny. Oh, Sebastian Fedora is hurt. Let's watch that again in replay from a different angle.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You still want to fight?
So back into the fray again, but how much do they have left?
He's up, but for how long? Look at that. On the heels, look at, there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot, a clean one, and he's out of there.
He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Just avoids the left uppercut. They're happy this round's coming to an end. 10 seconds left. Well, this fighter has been down. On to the 6th round. Something has got to change after 2 knockdowns in the last round.
2 knockdowns and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs will feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
That counter punch caught him clean. Nice counter shot. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Well, Johnny, you know there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive. How does he exploit that?
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
Hey, those punches add up. Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. Holding nothing back here in the round. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
That jab doesn't score. They exchange punches. Incredible work rate. Is he going to punch himself out, though? Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Cardio was put in for this fight. It may come down to that.
It's when you talk about championship material.
You let him back in.
Here we go. It's round 7. Was 1 minute enough time for them to recover after what we saw last round?
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
Sometimes when you get nervous, someone that's so powerful, you gotta think them. You just gotta be smarter than them. You've got to be like a little favour to pickpocket them.
Going to punch himself out, though. Good defense on that left hook. He misses with that jab. Every time they... One punch did the trick. Let's see it again in slow motion.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Give me your breath.
So this was an unexpected turn of events. What happens next?
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight's capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
Looks like he's leading halfway through this round.
No doubt at all. You can see who's winning. You can see who's got it in hand. You can see who's comfortable. Or is it a bit of a mousetrap?
It's always fascinating to watch two good welterweights because they've got blurry hand speed and good power.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
That punch scores. Good defense there to stop that hook. Final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. His legs are gone. And we enter the 8th round. Is this the beginning of the end after 2 knockdowns last round?
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. He threw a punch and just got countered. Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing him down. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
That's another scoring shot. A lot of effort being exerted here. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Good one. Good idea, but misses with the left hook. Throws the jab, but it doesn't score. Catch and shoot. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Some might have thought the fight a little bit closer, but the judges are in agreement. A unanimous decision win.
What a whitewash. You know, that's skills, that's class, that's levels. One is up there, one is down there, but you know what? The loser is going to have to learn a big, big, hard lesson. I totally agree.